Hey, this is Nate with Zbroz Racing, and today we're going to talk a little bit about a new spring kit that we are releasing for the Arctic Cat Ascender or Alpha that comes with a coil-over front shock. It's a single rate, so what we're wanting to do is go to a dual rate so that you get a better ride and also better bottoming resistance, so best of both worlds. So in order to do that, back your preload off. You have to knock this second nut out of the way and then get your leather gloves and spin that off because all this stuff is sharp.
And you will cut yourself.
Yes.
Like Nate did.
Blasted springs. Take your spring off. And then for the dual rate kit, you do have to take this little plastic body condom. I don't know what you call this thing. It's a spacer to keep the mainspring from rubbing on the shock. So a little straight screwdriver, and you just kind of have to wedge your way around it and get it to loosen like that. Slide that out of the way, chuck that in the garbage with your garbage stock spring, and you're ready to put the dual rate on. So it's going to come in a kit with these spring reducers, and the only purpose of these is our spring has a little bit larger ID than the factory spring. So you're going to slide one on against the preload nut. That's going to take the slop up. Then your tender spring with the divider and the long lip is going to go in the tender. That's going to be your crossover point. Then your main spring with that reducing collar again. That's going to tighten up your little C-shaped retainer so that there's no wiggling. Flip the shock over, spin your preload nut down until it touches and is snug, and then I pretty much rule of thumb across the board on all of our spring kits. I'll usually just mark it with a marker, or if you just put a little scratch in it with a screwdriver. I usually just count and start with like 3 full revolutions of preload. So just count your turns. There's 1, 2, 3, and go out on the trail and try it like that. If it's too soft, just simply add 2 more turns of preload and try it again. So the real advantage of the dual rate, especially on the Polaris's and the other machines that do have sway bars, is you can eliminate your sway bar. But on the Cat, this spring just tends to be a little bit soft when you're talking about the big stuff, and when you add preload to it to get it to be stiff enough for when you're hitting big stuff, it tends to ride like crap because at that point you've added a bunch of extra preload. So the dual rate gives you the best of both worlds. It'll give you a nice plush small bump compliance, and then as it crosses over in the medium and big bumps, you're going to have a stiffer spring that's going to resist bottoming. So just overall, the sled's going to corner better, it's going to go through the small to medium sized bumps better, and it's going to go through the big bumps better. So make sure you turn your phone off before you do a video too. Way to go, dummy.
McDonald's? Is that Jimmy John's?
Yeah, Jimmy John's.
They're freaky fast.
So yeah, this is a new kit for the Arctic Cat with a 36-inch wide front end with coil-over shocks. So check it out at zbrozracing.com, and it's $199. I think on our website it will be $220 shipped to your door. So great value for what you get. Again, check it out at zbrozracing.com.